Here, thousands of accidents involving children happen in the home, and they could be dealt with there and then without involving a hospital necessarily. Now, in County Dublin, an A&E nurse has set about training children and parents to deal with that very kind of accident on the spot, so to speak. And we met up with her as she was beginning a course for a scout troop in Dublin.
Several children were deliberately injured in the making of this item. It's not even we can claim it was an accident. Today, makeup artist Jessamine O'Dwyer is getting the 36th Dublin Scouts from Rathmichael ready for a first aid lesson.
I love doing all this kind of stuff because I think it really gets people, because they're really like, that really looks like when I fell out of a tree. So now what I'm going to do is, having created the wound on the leg, I'm just going to add the blood to it, which makes it look like a fresh, recent wound. So what I'm actually doing is you can see here, I'm actually mixing in, it's a product called Pro Blood. I'm actually mixing it in with coffee granules. Basically what this does, it just thickens up the blood, it makes it slightly browner in tone, and it actually makes that bit thicker as well. I think it works quite well as a wound filler.
It looks like a real one. You ran through a window!
Why are we here learning about this?
Siobhan Butler runs first aid for everyone, and she teaches techniques to help someone injured before the ambulance gets there. Siobhan is an A&E nurse, and she started teaching first aid amongst friends who asked her for home demonstrations.
I think first aid is a basic skill. There's a big fear factor attached. The people are afraid of doing the wrong thing. I think everyone should have some sort of basic training, but never be afraid to go for further help if that's what you want. But initially, like what first aid is, the initial treatment, and I would believe that it's better to know first aid and not need it than to need it and not know it.
While Jessamine is finishing off inflicting serious damage on the Scouts, Siobhan starts the teaching session.
I'm down in Luke's house having a cup of coffee with his mum, and he stole my Milky Moos out of my handbag. Had a sneaky Milky Moo around the corner, and I've only got about 4 minutes. It's stuck down there now. I need to get it out. I just need you to bend forward, Luke, and in between the shoulder blades, I need an inward, upward, hard, sharp bang, like this. It has to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each time looking to make sure the object hasn't come out. But unfortunately, I haven't got the Milky Moo out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand behind Luke. I'm going to kneel down because I'm much taller than Luke. And I'm going to find where his belly button is. And just up above his belly button, I'm going to... Is that okay if I do that? I'm going to try and bend forward, Luke, a little bit, please. 1, 2, woo! There you go. Well done. Callum has done a nice injury to his forehead there, and most times they're actually worse. They look worse than they are. Obviously, for the parent, you get an awful fright. And we're just going to clean up all around it. We apply a little bit of pressure, not directly on the wound, not too much pressure on the wound, but just around the wound to stop the bleeding. And that's the main aim, to stop the bleeding. And it's an open cut, so we need to go and seek assistance, go to his GP and either get it glued or steri-stripped, depending on when they see it. After a head injury, you would expect a nosebleed. So I'm going to sit Christopher down on the chair here, and I get him to pinch. I'm going to show him first at the soft part of the nose. I'm going to pinch up here on the nose. So if Christopher is able to do it himself, it's better that he does it himself. Christopher, are you able to hold the soft part of your nose there? Will you hold that? Good man. And get him to tilt his head forward like this and let the blood drain out. And you pinch it for 10 minutes and take it away, and then pinch it for 10 minutes and take it away. And after about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, you would hope that it would stop. And then if it persists, you seek medical assistance. Everything okay, Stephen? Oh. Stephen? Hi, can you hear me, Stephen? Poor Stephen. I'm just going to have to listen to see if Stephen's breathing, so I'm just going to lift him back. What are we looking for? We're looking to see if his chest is rising and falling, to see if there's breaths coming in. And I'm going to look, I'm going to listen for breaths coming onto my ear. Can I feel it on my face? For 10 seconds. And yes, I see he's breathing. So I need to pop him into the recovery position. So we're going to put the hand nearest in a 90-degree angle. I'm going to get the leg opposite, because he's very unconscious here and he won't be able to move at all. And I want him to end up in a position like this, so that if I go away to get help and he vomits, he'll be fine and gone. So we're going to turn him onto his side. I'm going to adjust his leg like this, and I'm going to listen again. Yes, he's breathing. And I'm going to run for him. I'm going to cover him up and keep him nice and warm. If your child has been okay after the head injury, and maybe 2 days later they start, complaining of a headache, they're kind of fatigued, becoming a little bit irritable, the headache is getting worse, and if they start vomiting at a later stage, they need to seek medical help immediately.
The children featured all fully recovered and are leading fruitful lives with just a bit more knowledge about what to do